Look, as much fun as it is to completely wreck a woman's butthole, there is actually a way to do anal for the first time so that she is enjoying it just as much as you are. In today's video, I'm going to go over some tips, techniques, and strategies that will ensure that her first anal experience is an enjoyable one and that'll keep her coming back for more. My name is Stirling Cooper. I'm an award-winning adult film star. I'm a former high-class male companion, and I'm here to help you transform your sex life. So the first thing I'll say is that there is a side of prepping for anal sex that your partner can do before you get to the bedroom. This is obviously if, it's sort of discussed beforehand, it's a fantasy you guys want to play out, you want to try it with her. She can go away and she can research, just type this into Google, douching for anal. There are plenty of tutorials on that. It's not my area of expertise because I've never had to do that. But she can go away and she can prep her butthole for smooth, accident-free anal sex. And this is something that every porn star actually does before she shoots an anal sex scene. They spend, the morning before the scene douching out their butthole. They actually won't eat anything the night before an anal sex scene to make sure that their intestinal tract is clear. If they do eat anything, it's only Haribo gummies. They'll eat those the night before or the day of. The only thing you'll see them eating, porn stars eating on set for an anal scene. And that's because Haribo gummies are made from gelatin, and gelatin runs clear when it comes out of the body. So that if there is an accident of any kind, you don't really see brown poop. So that's the first thing that she can actually do to help make her first time anal experience, or any and every anal experience moving forward, a lot smoother, less awkward, no accident. She's not going to feel embarrassed if, something comes out of her, because that is one of the biggest sort of barriers for a lot of women to enjoying anal sex, is this sort of insecurity and embarrassment factor about making a mess. So, if she douches prior to you engaging in anal sex, then voila, you don't need to worry about that. So go find a guide on that and get her to research that while you focus on the rest of the tips I'm going to give you right now. So in addition to that, sometimes it is usually good to put down a black or brown towel and have sex on that. Just in case there are any accidents. It's easy to clean up and it's not obvious, so she's not going to get embarrassed. Don't have anal sex on top of a white towel. Genius. It's going to be more obvious if there's a mess and things to clean up. Okay, look, this is butt sex. There's probably going to be poop involved at some point. Some girls, you can actually have completely unprepared, undouched anal sex with, and there's going to be no problems at all. They are the rare exception to the rule for the most part. Lubricant. Let's talk about lubricant. Bad lube or incorrect lube choice can absolutely destroy a perfectly good butthole. So, do not use any of these sticky water-based lubes. They dry up and they get real sticky, and they're terrible for anal sex. The best lubes for anal sex are silicone-based lubes. They stay lubricated effectively. They don't dry out. Personally, I recommend pure silicone lube, PJUR. That's how you spell it. I've been in this industry for a while. I've tried every goddamn lube there is under the sun to try on set, and that hands down beats all of them. And I'm not sponsored or anything by them, so yeah. Use that recommendation if you will. Another piece of advice in regards to prepping her for anal sex is to play around with butt plugs. Now you can give her a butt plug to put a smaller one, to put in her the morning of, so that evening her butthole sort of more relaxed and stretched out, or she can graduate to slightly bigger ones so it eventually matches the size of your penis. Or during the act of sex, the first time you're going to engage in the sex, start off by putting a butt plug in, seeing how she feels, helping her butthole relax a bit with the butt plug first before attempting penetration with your penis. This just allows her to get used to the sensation in a controlled way. Obviously, you don't have to worry about boner strength or anything because it's a butt plug. It's going to be the same size all the time, so it's there and it's consistent. So she gets, the most important thing here is for her to learn to relax her anal sphincter so she can enjoy herself. If she's tense and tight and nervous and uncomfortable, then it's going to make for a very unenjoyable experience in the back alley. A great way of helping her to relax during anal sex is to actually use a vibrator or a Hitachi on her clitoris while you're penetrating her arsehole. This adds in, there's a couple of things actually. It sort of distracts her mind from the anal sensation. If you're just giving her an anal sensation, then that's all she's focusing on. It's much easier for her to tense up and not be relaxed. If you're stimulating her clitoris with a vibrator at the same time, that allows her to, one, get off and enjoy the sensations, starting to associate pleasurable feelings with the stimulation of her butthole, and it allows her to take her mind off the butt and relax more. Again, relaxation is basically the key to her enjoying this experience. In terms of sex positions, I have personally seen women relax a lot more and be able to get into anal sex far easier if she's in a missionary position, maybe with her hips elevated slightly by a pillow, or if she's on her side in a spoon or reverse spoon kind of position, you're penetrating that way. Positions like doggy style and cowgirl tend to be very intense for women if you're penetrating the butthole for the first time. So I wouldn't recommend starting in those positions. I'd highly recommend starting in something like missionary, because then you've also got, again, you've got the ease of access to stimulating her clitoris with a vibrator or with your finger or whatever. You've also got eye contact, which is very, very good. Again, more emotions, more pleasurable things for her to engage in and not focus purely on the anal penetration. But then you can also gauge her comfort level and respond to her and know when you're going too fast, too far, and letting her relax, because you're seeing it in her eyes, and you can communicate with her there too. And it allows you to whisper dirty shit in her ear during the act of anal penetration, again, so you can help her to relax, help her get turned on, help distract her from the anal stimulation, and get into the experience. Now, one of the most important things that you can do to make sure that she's enjoying this experience is be rock fucking hard, like full 100% boner town. It's actually a lot more painful for women if you have a semi-erection than if you have a full-on rock hard one. It's actually a lot more pleasurable for her if you have a full rock hard boner going into her butt than if you have a semi. If you have a semi, not super rock hard boner going in, it's actually going to be more painful and more uncomfortable for her. One of the reasons for that is that you're going to get in and try to pump away immediately to get yourself, fully rising to the occasion, and she might not be ready for that yet. She might not be relaxed enough to allow that kind of penetration and that pace. So it's going to be more painful for her and more uncomfortable. So if you're rock hard, basically the key to it is get the head of your penis in, and then wait and relax. Let her relax. Let her sphincter relax around it, and then you can push a little bit more, and she can relax into that. And then you can push a little bit more, and she can relax into that. And by the time you get down to the hilt, okay, she's taken all of it, and then you can start to very slowly do some in and out strokes, because she's relaxed around, her sphincter has relaxed around your penis by that point. A lot of guys make the mistake, and unfortunately have ruined the whole anal sex experience for women by just slamming it in there, slamming it in the rear and grabbing a beer, right? They've just gone right in, fully down to the hilt, without any lube, full pace straight away, and it's too much for them. Now, don't get me wrong, there are the occasional women who kind of get off on the pain aspect of sex, of particular of anal sex. Some women do get off on that. I'm not going to deny that. That is a thing. But not every woman is going to get off on that. So, for the most part, if you want her to have a pleasurable first-time anal sex experience, going in super rock hard and letting her relax with you as you slowly take your time and work your way in, that's going to be good. And look, if you're a complete pervert like me, the idea of just being in a woman's butthole is probably going to keep you rock steady anyway. So I mentioned dirty talk before. Again, I'll reiterate, dirty talk is a really useful tool when it comes to anal sex because you can start to whisper things in her ear and help her to eroticize the experience. Help, calling her a dirty girl, calling her a naughty girl, engaging that kind of perverted side of her being your dirty little slut, right? Not a dirty little slut, but your dirty little slut. This is erotic. This is, these play into the female sexual psyche. So by you dirty talking while you're doing all this and engaging that part of her brain, you're helping her to eroticize the entire experience and eventually turn it into something that she really gets off on. And that is the ultimate goal with this. Because, I'm not going to lie, anal sex feels fucking great for you. I guarantee it will. Anal sex feels fantastic. Some guys don't like it. Look, maybe I'm just a complete pervert. Guilty as charged. But personally, I think it feels fucking fantastic. So if you can get a woman to get off on it just as much as you get off on it, that is the ideal scenario. So we mentioned before about having sex like on a towel, a brown or a black towel, a darker colored towel, so you don't really notice any mistakes or accidents that happen. If there is some poop that comes out, cool. Have like towels or paper towels or something on standby, just so you can wipe things up and get it out of the way. Don't make a big deal out of it. That's the key part here. If there's any accidents or any mistakes or any mess, okay, no big deal. You are leading her through this experience. So if you are totally cool and unfazed by it, then she's going to be more likely to be totally cool and unfazed by it. If you make a big deal out of it, oh my God, there's poop here, this is terrible, then she's going to start feeling really self-conscious, she's going to get embarrassed, it's going to make it a bad experience for her. So you have to be cool, calm, and collected no matter what comes out of that butthole. Now let's talk about orgasms. If you, this is again why I highly recommend stimulating her clitoris with a vibrator, with your finger or whatever, while you're penetrating her arsehole, if you can get her to orgasm, say with a vibrator, whilst your dick is in her arsehole, this is going to start to anchor those lovely, positive sexual feelings to butt stuff. That is the connection you want to start establishing for her physiologically, is butt things, things in my butt equal pleasurable orgasms. That's basically what you want to train her body to respond to. So the way you do that, vibrator on her clit with your dick in her ass, get her to come that way, and she's going to start enjoying this a lot more. Another thing you can do as well is you can time it so that you orgasm in her butthole at the same time as well. And because women like getting guys off. Women get off on getting guys off. So if you are able to climax from the anal sex as well at the same time as her, it anchors all these really pleasurable feelings for her at the same time to anal stimulation. Now, we talked about the importance of having 100% rock hard boners in order to successfully achieve comfortable anal penetration for her. So make sure you check out this video right here where I talk about 3 tips for bulletproof boners.